Welcome to the very first Airboat Adventures Unfiltered podcast, and we're going to be going in behind the scenes here at Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures down here in Kissimmee, Florida. And we're going to go a little bit over the overview of Boggy Creek first, so you know what to expect on these podcasts, what we're all about. And to do that today, I have old Captain Wayne here. He's been here he's one of the longest people that have been here and knows everything about the park. I am the director of sales and marketing. My name's Logan. And we have old George over here, who's kind of a jack of all trades. He is a groundskeeper and is also a mate on the boats. So let's get into a little bit of overview. Wayne, tell us a little bit about Boggy Creek. What is Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures?
So we're Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures started back in 1994 with one airboat, and we grew it into what it is today. So now we got 10 airboats, 10 big airboats, 15 passenger airboats, and one small six-pack.
Wow. So you said you started with one airboat. Did that one airboat hold 6 people?
It did.
So you were taking out just tours with 6 people and one boat.
That's it.
And so you must have got pretty busy, right, to grow it to what it is now.
Yes.
It must have really picked up.
Yeah, people had long waits.
My gosh.
We only had one little boat, so they're like, we got to get bigger boats. And then we started getting other boats built.
So now we have, you said 10 airboats.
Yeah, 10.
They hold 15 people.
Yeah.
So we can handle quite a large group of people a day.
Yes.
So let's talk about what makes Boggy Creek so special. What kind of tours can you come out and experience at Boggy Creek?
You're going to experience completely wild. So it's all wildlife out here. There's nothing out there just waiting for us to go by and see them. We have to actually look for everything.
And it's completely different than what you're going to get when you go to the theme parks in Orlando, Disney. They're all completely different. So, the people come here because they love those things. But you come to Boggy Creek to experience the real unique Florida.
That's right.
And that's something that I cherish because I'm not a Floridian like you all. But I've been coming to Orlando for 14 years. And I never knew that this place existed. And I came here, and it's such a unique experience. It's something that you can go and say, that is something I've never done before. You can ride a roller coaster so many times, but when you come out here, it's completely different.
Oh, yeah.
And we have 30-minute airboat rides. We have 1-hour airboat rides, sunset tours, which are amazing. We have night tours where you get to see gators at night, eyes glowing red, really unique experiences.
Oh, yeah.
So we have all of that to offer, and we can handle large groups. With 10 airboats, 15 people each, we've had groups of 100, 140, probably more than that before me.
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, and we have an airboat coming in right now. So it's going to get a little loud for you all on TikTok, but you get to see an airboat coming in. And so to get back onto that, what are something... actually, let's go over here to George. So, George, we got you here. Let's get you to talk some. What is your role here at Boggy Creek, George?
So I'm a groundskeeper for Boggy Creek. I'm also one of the mates over here, so my job is to make sure the park looks nice, as well as spot wildlife and help captains.
Okay, so I don't know if you all heard that over there with the airboat in the back, but old George here, he does groundkeeping, and he's a mate on the airboats, and, it's probably a lot to do with 30 acres. We have a 30-acre park here, so it's a lot to maintain. So tell me kind of what's your daily routine to make sure that this place stays nice and kept?
I mean, every day you want to come in and make sure that the park looks good, so blow out all the leaves, take out the trash, and clean anything that might need to be cleaned. But you start with the highly trafficked areas and then work your way back into the less trafficked areas people don't really get to see.
And you all do a phenomenal job. It looks great all the time. But one of the more interesting parts of the job that you do is you said you were a mate. And we have an airboat coming in right now, which is what you would usually hop on when you're a mate, over here with old Captain Wayne. So tell me about your experience as a mate. What do you do and kind of what do you see out there?
Well, typically you're just helping the captain load and unload boats, clean the boats, and help spot wildlife whenever you can. But honestly, it falls onto the captain just to... No two tours are the same. Every captain does a phenomenal job at giving a great tour, and you learn a whole lot while you're out there.
Well, thank you for that. That's a lot of good information, and we love these tours. I've been on a couple myself. Every time I can jump on, I get on, and every tour is completely unique, and they're all different. Each captain gives a great experience. So we're going to get a pause right there for a second because I want to mention, so Captain Wayne, we've already said this once for the TikTok viewers, but Captain Wayne does a live stream almost every time he takes a boat out for you all on TikTok. So if you're watching on the podcast, go follow Captain Wayne. Captain Wayne, how do they find you on TikTok? What do they need to search?
Captain Wayne 77.
So Captain Wayne 77, that
Get me
finds
on there.
almost every time, right? And,
Yeah.
and every ride is different with Captain Wayne. So you're going to get to see night tours, sunset tours, his daily routine tours, and you get to see different things every time. You'll see, a bunch of alligators sometimes, you'll see bald eagles sometime, and we'll get to more of that too in detail. But the reason why I want to get to this is because we also have a special offer on TikTok. So if you're watching on TikTok, you probably already heard it once, but we're going to bring it back up for you, and especially for the people on the podcast. What code do you give people on TikTok that is unique and gives them a discount? And what's that offer?
So guys, when you go to our website and you're booking in, you ask for a discount. When it goes, put your code in. It's code BCTT10. BCTT10.
So BCTT10, and that gives you 10% off.
Yep.
So any tour that we have, you can put in that, and you'll get 10% off to come experience these awesome tours. So going back to a little bit about Boggy Creek, we know a little bit of the backstory here now, but tell us your role here, Captain Wayne. Tell us how long you've been here and kind of what you've seen and how you got here.
So I've been here 25 years, and my role now is basically making sure everything runs smooth around here, and everybody's safe. I do most of the trainings and stuff like that when we get going. With like George here, he wants to become a captain, so I'm going to be training him.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So I do most of that now.
But how did it start? How did you start as a captain out here? What got your start out here?
Well, I started as a mate.
I started as a
mate, and for a whole year, back then the rule was for a year, you had to ride mate for a year before you even went to captain school. So if they're going to invest in you, they want to make sure you can hang around, right?
Yeah, so you was a mate for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, you jumped in to be a captain.
Yep.
So how was it? Tell us a little bit about how it was for you to be a captain your first time. Like, can you remember what it felt like your first time getting on the boat and being the captain?
Man, I felt free.
Felt free.
I loved it.
It is
man.
pretty freeing out there, right? Because you got the wind in your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
no, it's awesome. And the thing about it is, it's a completely different experience from any other boat you can be on.
Oh, yeah.
And something I never got to experience until now. But you've been doing it for 25 years.
Oh, yeah.
Do you still feel that thrill?
I do, because it's a unique experience every single time. You just don't. 25 years and not one ride's been the same.
So now for you, you've been doing it for so long. Has it gotten easier to spot wildlife and know where their habits and where to go? Or is it something you've always kind of been able to do?
Now, definitely this time of year, especially, it's pretty easy to find alligators. So,
And why do you say that? What makes it easier now here in December?
because this time of year, alligators are going into brumation, which means like hibernation for reptiles.
Okay.
So they're going to try to lay up and sunbathe during the daytime, especially in the cooler months like this because they're cold-blooded. So we got areas that we go to that we know that are very good for them to lay up at. So we'll go hit those areas. Now, being said that, it is, again, wild. So they're not guaranteed to be there, but have a pretty good chance this time of year of finding them.
Nice. And being located down here in Kissimmee, Florida, you said we're only 20 miles away from Disney.
Yep.
So we're right there close to all the other attractions. Close enough that you can come out here and experience the real Florida, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so when you take out a ride, what is something that people can see? Give me some things that you spot out there when you take these people out on these boat rides.
We have a variety of birds, from birds of prey like the eagles, ospreys, and the hawks, and the snail kites. Everglades snail kite, my most endangered bird in America.
Wow.
So we have those here. So the shorebirds and the wading birds, turtles, again alligators.
And different types of turtles too,
Yeah,
right? You
all
got
kinds.
different types of turtle. And then, I'm sure you can see some snakes out there.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, snakes sometimes, not so much because snakes stay hidden pretty good,
Right.
but they're definitely out there. We do see them from time to time, but
True. Not too long ago, we saw a couple cottonmouths out here. We've had an eastern diamondback that you all saw?
Yeah, Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake.
It was pretty big too,
yeah,
right?
right on the road here.
Yeah, right on the road out here. I mean, you're literally coming out here. It's something that I think is kind of funny. I pretty much call this place Jurassic Park. It's like a tamed down Jurassic Park, you know, because we're right here with these living alligators, these dinosaurs that have been here way longer than us. You know, this is their habitat. How many alligators are out here on this lake?
6,000 to 8,000
Jeez.
is what they estimate.
6,000 to 8,000 alligators, and we're crazy enough to go in there with the boats. But we have really safe rides. Our captains are awesome. You know, they respect the habitats. They stay in a safe distance and get to show everybody an awesome adventure.
And one thing I want to mention too, guys, is our boats are all U.S. Coast Guard inspected and certified. So our boats go through annual inspections every single year, make sure everything is safe. We got all life jackets for everybody on board. All kids 6 and under must wear life vest. So it's
it's super important, right?
Super important.
We take
Safety
very important out here,
Safety,
because you have
number
to.
one.
You have to. You know, we're getting on a boat with all of these people on board. Our captains are certified, great captains, know how to have fun, but safely.
That's right.
And that I think even adds to the experience, because these captains aren't just taking you on a tour. They're not just driving you out there and sitting there. They're giving you educational tours. They're talking about the wildlife out there. I've already learned so much from our captains. You know, I know all about all the different species out there, so it's great because of our captains.
Oh yes.
And so we're gonna, in the future of these podcasts, we're gonna bring on some people and interview them. We're gonna have captains on here. We're gonna have people that work in the ticket office. We'll have everybody that makes this place run on here. But we want to start with those captains and let them showcase how their time has been here. So what do you got for us? Anything else you can think of off the top of your head about your experience here?
I mean, there's all kinds of things we could talk about. I mean,
we got some boats in the background right now.
Yeah, we got some boat noise.
Yeah, so for you people on TikTok, once all of this calms down, we're going to get to a few more things here, and then we're going to go to a question and answer. So all you people watching on TikTok, think of some questions for Captain Wayne here that you would like to ask about the lake, and then we'll hop to some of that. But right now, we have a few more things. So so let's go to George here. So George, what are some of your favorite memories that you've made being on these airboats?
I mean, we've had some cool experiences with alligator fights, which isn't something you see every day, but we have had some alligator fights, and you see alligators eating every now and then, which once again is a rare occurrence out here on the lake. They're nocturnal, so seeing one feed during the day is kind of an exciting experience.
It is.
And we do have that out here. Sometimes they'll be on a mud mat, and a boat rolls up on them, and they just start splashing mud up on the boat, and it makes for an entertaining and memorable ride.
Yeah, it is. It does. And I'll tell you, our captains are awesome, and we've had some captains send me content. Oh, Captain Wayne gets all kinds of content, and you can see that on his TikTok, Captain Wayne 77. But you can also go to all of our accounts on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you'll get to see all this stuff. So our goal for this is we want people to really see the experiences they're going to come and see. So on our Instagram, on TikTok, you get to see those highlights that you get to see when you come out here. Not every tour is going to be where you're going to get to see an alligator throwing around an alligator gar, or you're not going to get to see, 2 alligators fighting every single ride. But just to be able to be out there and see them in their natural state, their routines there every day, is something that we don't get to see all the time anyways. So it's unique, right? And that's what I love about it, is it's always different. So our awesome captains and mates, they get me content that I get to put on social media for you all, and you get to see what they're going to see every day. And I think that's something unique. And for Captain Wayne, what he's doing is amazing. He's got this TikTok going for you all that he started with 948 followers just from what he had built before, just posting videos. And we had a funny idea one day. We were like, hey, Captain Wayne, why don't you go live out there on the lake? And he was like, hey, I'll do it. So tell me what your experience has been doing the live streams.
And so you think people are going to watch that?
Yeah.
He's like, absolutely.
And now where are you at on followers?
I like 2,600.
2,600 people.
And
only because you've been starting these live streams and going out there and showcasing what Real Florida is all about.
Yeah, no. just drive around showing people. People
Yeah.
love it. So
And I mean, I grew up in a place where there's lakes everywhere, and I've been on different boats experiences, but there's just something super unique about an airboat. And I want to let George talk because he said this really great earlier. So George, kind of explain what is special about an airboat.
So with an airboat, they're a flat-bottomed boat, and that allows you to do a lot of stuff that a regular boat can't. Everything that pushes the boat forward is all going to be on top. So you have your prop and your motor, and that allows us to go over vegetation, over a lot of stuff without harming it. You only need about 4 to 8 inches of water, and you can go to a lot of places that pontoon boats and other boats can't get on.
I mean, there's been a few times that I've seen out in the summer. We have jet skis and everything. They'll get stuck out there, and our airboats just keep on going. And people drive them right up on the land. Captain Wayne parks his up on the land over here. So they're just super unique. And Captain Wayne, let me ask you this question: what made airboats like your thing? What is special about airboats to you? What do you like about them so much?
I like the fact it gives you more places to go.
Yeah.
Just like George says, I mean, I have 3 boats at home, and one's a flats boat, which I use for fishing. One's a pleasure boat, and an airboat. I take that airboat and I can go anywhere I want to go with it. Dry land, in the marshes. It doesn't matter where you want to go.
Everywhere.
It'll go.
That's
Just
crazy.
Point it and go.
And speaking of going wherever you want to go, I mean, you get in some of these coves out here and you see some crazy stuff. I know, like, one thing that's unique to me, which I would have never thought, was seeing cows in the water out here. So we're on this farmland out here, and I would have just never thought that cows and alligators would be able to get along. Coming from not from Florida, I just thought that they'd be whoppers. I thought they'd be a whopper junior for these alligators, but no, you'll find out that that's not really the case. So, but it's something that unique that you don't get to see every day. When you go through an alligator, like alligators everywhere, and then there's just cows in the water, birds on the backs of alligators, birds on the backs of cows. Like, that's just a super unique experience for someone like me that's not been here for 25 years,
Horses too. We see horses.
Horses out there. I mean, there's so much that you can see. And one of the coolest things to me is even when you're inside the park, there's more than just going out on the lake. You're out here walking around and there's bald eagles flying around. They look like mini airplanes flying through the sky. And what's awesome is that we have such a diverse group of people that work here, but they all work so well together. I mean, we have an airboat captain who does photography, wildlife photography, and his photos are just absolutely insane.
I can't wait to bring him on, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to get Captain John on here, and I think he's going to have a lot of great insight for you all. But the stuff that he posts is just phenomenal. The videos and the photos that he get out there are just crazy. I mean, he gets bald eagles just coming down into the water, getting their prey, just wild experiences. And I'll tell you, mate George over here, Captain George, one day, right?
One day.
But mate George over here, I mean, he gets out there and he gets some photos for me too. So, I got to rely on him more. But man, he gets so much good stuff too. But it's just the unique culture that we have here. The airboat captains. Then we have some captains that are super good at getting into these places that people don't get to go to and show them, wildlife everywhere. So It's just, you get to see so much out here. I mean, you got anything else you want to say?
No, not really.
Anything for you?
I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah. So let's talk about the park itself. So we've talked about what an airboat experience is going to give you. We've talked about what Boggy Creek kind of gives you as an airboat experience.
Right.
And we've talked about what it means for you to be here and how you've built this place with these people that created it. And then we've talked about George over here, who his partake in all of this. But for me, mine's kind of all of this. So this podcast and Wayne's TikTok, that all kind of helps my job make it a lot easier to get this out there to you all. And I do a lot of the work with like the brochures and getting people to know what we're all about. So this is another thing that we're going to be doing.
Right.
But let's talk about the park itself. Okay. What kind of vibe and atmosphere do you get when you show up to Boggy Creek?
Right away when you walk in, this is a family-oriented park. And there's a lot of, there's some things for them to do out here when they come in. So as soon as you walk through the gate, I mean, you just know it's not a very big place, but we have some other things for people to do while they wait for their tours.
And what I like about that, right, is like, everybody loves Universal. Everybody loves Disney, right? They love the theme parks, SeaWorld, all that good stuff. But when you get that chance to take a break, a lot of people just go to the pool. They'll stay at the pool. But to be able to come out here,
Yeah.
you don't have to stand in long crowds.
Nope.
You don't have to worry about the crowds. You don't have to worry about waiting in a line because you have a reservation time.
Yeah.
And if you walk in, we always can take care of you on whatever time you show up.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you don't have to worry about being in a rush. You don't have to worry about the crowded theme parks. So those are all great and all, but when you come out here, you get something unique, relaxing. But I mean, you're still getting a thrilling ride, a thrilling experience without having to, be stuck in crowds all day.
That's it.
And it's so much. I mean, you can come out here and we're sitting in these Adirondack chairs. People can come out here and sit in these. They can watch the airboat rides go out and about. We have some throughout the park that you can go to. But like as soon as you walk in, you just know that it's like laid back.
It's a relaxing atmosphere.
It is.
That you can really, really enjoy your family with out here. It's very, very relaxing.
And speaking of that, relaxing, family, anybody in your family can enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've had people, handicapped people are able to, we're accessible for that.
Yeah.
We can get you onto a boat. We have, babies. We've had babies on the boats. We have the life jackets like you talked about earlier for safety. So we can get young kids on there. I have 3 kids and they're all, super young, under 5, and they love them. They love the airboat rides, and they want to come out here all the time.
Yep.
And I think that's something cool about this place is that the experience is different every single time.
That's right.
No matter what captain you get, no matter what boat you're on, and what time of day you go, the experience is always different.
For all ages.
All ages.
There's no when you walk into a theme park, you gotta.
Yep, you don't have to be this tall.
You don't
this
have
tall.
to be this tall to ride the airboat.
Yeah,
So,
that was always a problem for me growing up. I was never tall enough to ride the stuff, and like for my kids, they're kind of the same way. But they can ride an airboat.
That's it.
And they have so much fun out there. And we have ear protection, so it's not too loud for kids or, the elderly. They can put those on and they can still enjoy the show. So, I mean, and our airboat captains do a great job at getting you out on the water, having a blast, getting to where you're going, finding the wildlife. And then when they found the wildlife, they do a great job by stopping, letting you have those photo opportunities, but also educating you on what you're watching, what you're seeing at that moment. And so you can take the headsets off, you can listen to them talk, ask questions. And we get a lot of good questions out there.
We do.
Yeah, a lot of good questions because, these captains do this every day. And so for them, they might not think of something, and that somebody will ask that question that maybe they've heard forever, but it just hasn't been, recently. So then it gives them a chance to, their expertise, they can talk about it and explain that to them. And it's something unique that every time I ride, I hear a different question and I hear a different answer from each airboat captain in their way, to explaining that same answer.
That's it.
And so it's super, super unique. But back to the park, when you first walk in, George, tell us some things that you can see when you first walk into the park.
And when you first walk in, you can feel, like Wayne said, the atmosphere. It's family-oriented. You have music playing. You go in a little further, we have Toho Treats, which is our food truck. You can get a bite to eat, sit down, enjoy your meal with your family while you wait for your airboat. There's the gator pond where we have gators on leash from Gatorland. You can see and feed them, and they're kind of a natural environment, but they're in captivity, so you don't have to worry about them going out and trying to attack somebody ever again.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's always cool to see. And then we have cornhole and some other activities for you to do here.
Sure. And you hit it. And then we also have a butterfly garden. Butterfly garden. It kind of takes away from the intense nature of like alligators. You can go through the butterfly garden and see the beauty of it and the butterflies flying around, and you can even get nectar for those butterflies and go in there and they'll land right on your hand. You can go over to the tiki bar and grab you some gator food as well and take it over there and feed the gators, and it's a little bit of like a little mineral treat for them, so super healthy. It comes from Gatorland as well to help feed them, and they love it. Every
Gives
time
them all their nutrition.
Yeah, all their nutrition, and you throw it in there and they go right after it. And that's the thing, is like they're in this captivity, but they're free to do basically whatever they want to do in there. And it's all in partnership with Gatorland, who do a great job with conservation. So we have that great partnership with them to make that a thing for people. And then the butterfly garden. And then we also have gym mining.
Yeah.
And people love the gym mining.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
we've had kids at the gym mining. We've had adults at the gym mining.
Yeah.
And I've seen fun in all ages at the gym mining.
And George loves seeing people at the gym mine because that means he gets to shovel it out, right, George?
Is that right, George?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, man, here we are. It's filling up, so that means tomorrow I'm going to have to shovel
Shovel.
20 tons of sand out.
Yeah.
But, and we got an airplane flying overhead.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what you're going to see out here. We have helicopters, airplanes, you know. Everything you can imagine you're going to see out here. It's nature in Central Florida. And but on top of that, you know, it's like those kids, they get to keep those gyms that they get too. So they get to come out here, they get to have fun sifting through the gyms, and they get to keep it all, you know? And they love it. And then we'll have groups out here, we'll have large groups where we can rotate them. So something that we can do is we get large groups and we can take out multiple boats at a time. So we have a dock that can put out 2 boats at a time.
Yep.
And in the future, hopefully more, right?
That's
We're working
right.
on something there. But so we can put out 2 boats that's 30 people at a time. So we can get out 30 people on the water right there and then and there. And so we can handle these large groups because we can get out multiple boats. And when they come back, we'll send out more. So, but a lot of times what we'll do is when those boats go out and come back, during that time we have other parts of the groups that are doing other things. So we'll have some at the gator pond, we'll have some in the butterfly garden, some can go do the gym mining, and then some can get on the boats. And but to get into more a corporate style, what makes this fun is we have gator bites.
That's it.
Everybody likes to try gator bites. I tried them for the first time. They're phenomenal. We have gator bites, and everybody wants to try those when they come here. But on top of that is you can grab a drink from the tiki bar. And have a great experience. I would say when you go on like a sunset tour, you can come, grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, and then get on this sunset tour and go out there and see the beautiful sunset. And I mean, we have probably the best photo opportunities you have. I mean, one of my favorites is a little tree out there. You can get out to the tree and you see the sunset. It's popular all over the social media if you go and look at that. But just the vibe itself inside the park.
Yeah.
There's just so much that you can kind of go around and do, and it's laid back and you get to see a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
I don't know.
You would like to add
You
on?
might get to see George shoveling the gym mine out.
Yeah. And George, anything else from you?
No.
All right, so we're going to transition now. I'm going to open up TikTok on my phone. So if you're on Captain Wayne's TikTok over there and you want to ask some questions, we're going to pull up some of those questions and answer those for you all. So if you can hear me over there, ask us some questions. We got Master Captain Wayne, who's been here for 25 years. We have our groundskeeper mate George, and then I'm the marketing guy. So whatever questions you have for these guys, let me know, and we will start answering those questions for you. In the meantime, George, what's your plans for the day? What are you going to get into and get going around here today?
We're working on building a new gift shop here for the park, so we're putting the finishing touches on that, getting that ready here for everybody to enjoy.
Okay, and so Captain Wayne, what's your plans for the day? What are you going to be working on today?
Me, I'm going to be working on scheduling. Probably something for lunch here pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we get to lunch, we got one question on here. So we have, where is this location?
Guys, we're in Kissimmee, Florida. Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures in Kissimmee, Florida.
So we're in Kissimmee, Florida. That is 2001 East Southport Road, right here in Kissimmee, Florida.
That's it.
And so we're super close to Disney. We're super close to all the other attractions. So if you're staying around that area, or if you're local, because we want to get to the local crowd too. We know there's a lot of people up here that don't even know we exist. So we want some help spreading the word from you all, and let's have some fun out here in Boggy Creek. We have another question. How long is your ride?
Well, we have several different rides, guys. We have 30-minute rides, 1-hour rides throughout the day, and they're all different time frames. We also do sunset tours and night tours, and they're both 1-hour rides as well.
So, okay, since we don't have another question right at the moment, what time, okay, so this time of year, what's the best tour? Obviously our day tours, but what time of day would you recommend?
Anywhere from 11 to 2:30.
So 11 to 2:30 is what you would recommend for a ride. And they want to know what the prices are. So do you know right off the bat kind of what the prices is?
The pricing
Prices
is
are?
it's like 40 $40 a head.
I think it's like what, 41 for an adult for 30 minutes,
Yeah,
61 for an hour, so relatively affordable compared to the other attractions around here.
Yeah.
And for the experience. And then we also have the Sunset Tour. What does that range? Do you know what the pricing range is
I
on
think
Sunset?
the Sunset's around 68.
68. Now, if you can't find it, you can go to our website. The website is bcairboats.com, and on the website you can go to buy tickets. And when you go to buy tickets, you can check out the price. Now, if you're new here, it is Grandma for Life. So if you're new here and you want to know the pricing, you can go in there. And also, if you're new on TikTok, we have a code for you that you can get 10% off. What's that code, Wayne?
It's BCTT10.
BCTT10. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on this TikTok live so you have this. BCTT10. This is going to give you 10% off of your airboat rides with us.
Yep. And you guys can walk in, but we highly recommend that you do reservations. That way you know your time when you get here. But you also can walk in as well.
And I think that reserving a time is probably your best option when it comes to like our sunset nights. You have to. But you can call in as well if you need some help with any questions. But we're here to answer any questions. We'll give it a few more minutes if you have any more questions for us here in our first podcast, Airboat Adventures Unfiltered. It's been a lot of fun. First episode.
Yeah. I can't wait to grow this and see where this takes us. I think it's going to be good. I'd like to even get it out there on the boat even one time. We can go out on the boat and actually do it. Kind of stop out there in the marsh.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Get out on the boats and I think we can change it up however we do it. There's different opportunities. We can go out there. We can do morning rides out there and get some insight. We can go out there during the day. Yeah. Maybe if we find a good spot, we can go out there and get some sights for everybody. We can even do one where we just do a ride for people. Yeah. A podcast where we take people on the ride.
Yeah, take people on the ride. We just ride around, let them show them everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any more questions popping up. So if you have any questions, please ask now. This is your time. But we're going to give it about 5 more minutes and we're probably going to get off here. Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
All right. It's been a fun first podcast.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun.
I agree.
Yeah. So this is Logan, Director of Sales and Marketing.
Captain Wayne.
Master Captain, been here for 25 years. And we have George, Groundskeeper and Mate. All right?
Yes,
all right, let's see if we got any more questions. We got some people coming in. So we're here at Boggy Creek. Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures down here in Kissimmee, Florida. We're working on our first podcast, Airboat Adventures Unfiltered. We're going to be going behind the scenes every day. We're going to be talking about what's going on here at the park. We're going to talk about what we're doing in the future. We're going to interview our captains, interview our mates, interview everybody that we can think of here at the park for your experience. Ticket people, owners of the park, everything that we can do, we're going to do for you all. Talk about fun stuff here happening in Florida, happening on the lake. And I'll tell you, we'll give you real quick while we're waiting on any more questions. We did a cool Halloween event this year.
Oh, man, it was awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was so much fun.
So much fun. And on the Halloween event, we had airboat rides at night.
Yeah.
We had a monster truck ride. There was this big, massive military-style truck that you got to go. It was more of like a attraction-style ride. And then we had a walkthrough.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part, Wayne?
Out of all of it?
Out of all the things that we did for Halloween this year.
God, it was awesome.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
Gosh, I'd have to say, I think that walkthrough was the clown trail.
The clown trail. And it was only like a 4-minute walkthrough.
Yeah.
But everybody pitched in. I mean, we had people. We had a still walker.
Yeah.
We had a still walker. We had everybody that worked here hopping in and helping. It was so much fun. We had a local high school, Liberty High School, brought their theater group.
Yeah.
Hopped in and helped us make it come to life, and it was a lot of fun. George, what was your favorite part of the experience for Halloween?
I'd have to say for me, my favorite part was the truck tour. It was
truck tour?
More of an attraction style ride, but it was a lot of fun doing it, and everybody that worked out there did a great job at making it come to life.
Yeah. Well, George, we had George. George was one of our actors out there on the truck tour too, and he would be the one that was taking the body bags to our fire and pretending, But it was funny because we got towards the end and people really loved the comedy on the truck rides. You know, we started with this zombie idea. It was supposed to be like intense, but it turned out to be funny. And old George over here was doing the disco and the Macarena. So it was a lot of fun. I think my favorite experience of all of it was putting it together and building the inside of the park. You could come in here, we had the airboat rides flowing inside the park. You had all of this different stuff, fog machines and fog everywhere. And so my favorite part was the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere was really unique for our first year doing this type of experience for ourselves. And it was a lot of fun. We hope to grow it. We're going to try to do more next year. You know, everybody in for next year? You in for next year?
Oh, man, I can't wait. Next year's going to be insane.
It's going to be so fun. So look out for our Halloween adventure. And for next year, I think we're also going to try to do more for Christmas time, for the holiday season as well. We didn't get to do much for that this year, but we're going to look into that next year. We're still decorating out here, having fun, taking out airboat rides for the holidays. So come join us for your holiday adventure. Use that code BCTT10 to get your discount. See if we got any other questions so far. Not yet. All right. Well, if you have any questions for us, let us know. But that was our experiences. We have things going on, events all year. We'll start to do some more events. We got events going, airboat rides daily, awesome airboat rides. The only thing that keeps us from running is lightning. So we'll go through almost everything else, you know. But it's a lot of fun. And you get a different experience every time. I don't know. I can't think of any other questions. Do you know of any other questions?
No, right now. I can't think of what's top of my head.
Anything else? All right, so that was the end of our very first podcast. Thank you for listening. Please go follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can find us for all of our content. Follow us on YouTube for our podcast. Follow us on TikTok for the live stream of the podcast and Captain Wayne's live stream. So do that for us there. And we will see you in the next episode of Airboat Adventures Unfiltered here at Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures. Thank you for watching. Thanks from Logan, Captain Wayne, and George.
One last thing I want to say. I hope everybody's day is as good as our day. Have a great one.
It's been a great one. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.